Welcome to the episode 11 reality podcast. I am your host, Ricky Valero. On today's episode, I'm going to be breaking down episode 3 of the Bachelorette Jenn's season. This has been a wild season, and the drama only continues this week with the men. I cannot believe some of the things that we're watching unfold throughout this entirety of this season. It has been wild, it's been crazy. Before we dive in, thank you guys so much for the continued support right here on the YouTube channel. If you like what you're watching, hit that like button, please. Comment below with any comments that you think, maybe some of your favorites on the Bachelorette season, Jen season, maybe your least favorite or anything like that, or what was your favorite thing about episode 3. All right, folks, we are down to the final 15 guys. The guys all agree that they need to focus on Jen and not the beef with one another. So we get a date card, and Devin feels confident with his connection to Jen, thinks it's going to be him, but it was Spencer. We have a one-on-one date and 2 group dates today. She says she has she says that Spencer has the golden retriever energy, and they lock lips. This was the kissing episode because I feel like I lost count how many times she kissed another person on this episode, but the kissing count was at an all-time high, I believe. The two are flying in a helicopter together, and they head over like the Great Ocean. Like the 12 apostles, like it was just gorgeous. Like this was just a beautiful sight to see. And I really loved watching Spencer in this moment for the same reasons that Jen kind of talked about. He was very attentive, hold the doors open, help her buckle up. She said she's looking for that kind of, those characteristics in somebody in her relationship because she really never has had that before. So it was very nice to see the effort being made by him on this date. And then Spencer said that he planned on sharing something that he doesn't always feel comfortable sharing with Jen. Jen mentioned those great qualities about him, the opening the door and stuff like that. He mentioned that he was engaged and he bought a house. He said 2 months before the wedding, she came back from a trip. Things got weird, and then she went to stay with her parents' house. And then throughout this whole process, he found out that she was cheating on him, and it was just a bad relationship. He went down a bad path and stuff like that. Um, but she did ask, like, hey, this is like the end experiment here is for us to get engaged. Are you ready to be engaged again? And he said, yeah, it took some time to get over it, but he's very much ready. She was appreciative of the experience and offers him a rose. So obviously, Spencer is locked into our final 12. Um, she was very, very appreciative of the date. Thomas is talking shit yet again about Devin because he has nothing else better to do. Sam M joins the party saying he doesn't believe that he and Devin are in the same league. Group date: Dylan, Marcus, Thomas A, John M, Grant, Jonathan, Sam H, Sam M, Thomas. Did I already say Thomas? The other Thomas. Devin are all selected for the date. Sam M says if it's a competition, he plans to step on Devin's neck. This man does not stop talking about Devin this entire episode, and it gets exhausting. They're all at the Forum Theater in Melbourne. She wanted to share a performance from a local performance group. It's the Magic Mike looking dudes, and these guys know what they're doing, and the guys know what they're about to have to do. Um, we watched them learn a couple moves, whether it was from ripping their shirts off to the body roll to the dolphin dive where Sam hurts himself in it. The guys just kind of have this interesting thing. It's kind of a funny moment. Sam M again mentions Devin because he has nothing better to do with his time. Jen said that she and Sam M have sexual tension. Exactly. To me, that's all it is there. Good looking dude, etc., etc. But someone has a chance to be crowned the down under dude. Not only there will be an audience they'll have to perform in front of. Jess says she's looking for someone's personality and have fun with it. The guys run to have their outfits. Sam H said he is here for love and isn't exactly sure why. I think it's Sam N. Do I have Sam H or Sam N? I'm trying to think which one it is. Sam N is on the Bachelor. I think it's Sam N. I think I got it wrong here. Sam N. Yes. Uh, yeah, Sam N. Sorry, Sam N. Got the. He said he's here for love. Sam M. says he's ready to get saucy, and said that he's. I just the thing about it is Sam gives such like Sam M gives such fuckboy vibes. Like that's all I get from watching him is just straight fuckboy vibes. He said he's ready to get saucy and he's gonna knock it out of the ballpark and show Devin up. Again, Devin, 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 and more Devin. Um, Dylan says his name was CE Make You O, which was hilarious. And then my guy rocked some pink undies, which I thought was funny as hell. Marcus was an astronaut, kind of slayed. Jen was kind of shocked. Thomas A called himself the Snake Whisperer. Um, and my guy's got some abs on him, boy. Woof, he has some abs. Jonathan put Jen's name on his ass, and then here comes Sam M, who is Chef Fluster. Whatever, bro. Her little friend says to watch out. This was funny because she mentions to the two Bachelorette guests that she has this sexual tension between her and Sam, and they say, "Watch out because they aren't always the great one." Exactly. Listen to these women. Listen to these women. Devin comes out and he's the dirty detective. He just goes all out on this, and it was hilarious. I mean, I died laughing. He straight up just put it all on the line. He was wearing like this G-string thong thing and shaking it up on him. And as he was coming off the stage, Sandman goes, "Fuck this guy." And you know, Sam H, and then it's Sam N's turn where it's his turn, but instead of dancing, he bears it all on the line and says he was falling in love with her and doesn't perform. Everyone shocked, confused. Like he went on as like this is like a talent competition. No, no, bro, this wasn't a talent competition. This was supposed to be you getting out there, getting your moves on in front of this lady, and instead you come out here and you profess your love for this lady. So it just I I don't know. I'm very confused and very just distraught by what happened. Of course, everybody else was as well. Jonathan, sorry, hang on. Jonathan won the competition, which wasn't much of a shock to me personally. Sam isn't happy at all about Sam and stunt that he pulled. Devin gets his one-on-one with Jen. Devin said growing up he was very insecure as a kid, and getting to dance was very hard. Getting dancing was very hard for him to get into. He thanks her for the confidence she gave him in order to dance. They kiss, another kiss. She liked his vulnerability, which Devin. I enjoyed it as well. I thought Devin was very vulnerable in this moment, which is kind of a little bit of different side, playful. They're normally playful, they're funny with each other. Instead, we kind of got a more vulnerable side of him, which was very nice. Sam M's continuing to be mad at Sam, and Sam Man made the entire episode about everyone but Jen after saying we're gonna make it about the person. He literally walked around, preached, and said, we're gonna keep this about the main thing and the main thing only, but then refused to keep it about the main thing. And that blew my mind. Like this guy is such an idiot. I just can't stand him. Jenna says that Sam N needs to be honest, but Jen does feel Sam N kind of professed his feelings, saying, "Hey, I was a little bit, a little bit overboard with the love thing, but kind of felt bad." She said, "Don't feel bad about how you feel." She said it does kind of feel kind of early to feel this way, but also feels kind of good because of she feels like the things are progressing within this household. Thomas is running his mouth again. Sam is so Sam and then it says he's going to address the elephant in the room. He said he has some feelings. He's feeling some type of way, and then Devin stands up for him. Says he doesn't have to feel. Doesn't say have to how he feels, and doesn't need to backtrack, which I appreciated as well. Like Devin stands up for the dude. Calls out Sam M for his shit. Sam M said Devin is a bully, which is absolutely absurd to think about. Absolutely absurd to think about that he would call him the bully. And then of course Devin comes in, plants one on he comes in, plants one on Jen. She gives him the rose. Let's fucking go. Fuck you, Sam M, you little bitch. I love how to sit there and watch. Or sorry, Jen came in, sat down, announced that she was giving somebody that vulnerable side that she had yet to see, and it was to Devin. She gave Devin the rose right in front of Sam M's face. So booyah, booyah, booyah. We got a commercial break. We come back from the commercial break. Aaron is in the Air Force and he got his Flights are pilot dates that he's been trying to line up for like over a year, and they gave him a day to think about, so he has to figure out his life, and he's not sure. Hakeem, Aaron, Jeremy, and Austin all went on a date together. The boys are going into race cars. Jesse's helping. We get Jesse in here to help them. None of them outside of Aaron had driven on the right side of the road or stick shift. Aaron shows the fuck out with his experience in the warm ups here, and then the guys had to do where they had to go a lap around. And the fastest time won the competition, and this was definitely interesting for me because we had somebody that was in the driver's seat. You know what I mean? Jenn did, and I really did think that it was going to be a fast one. You know what I'm saying? Let's see here. Got the fastest lap. So Austin did 1 minute and 20 seconds. Jeremy zoomed. This was by far the best thing. Okay, Hakeem did 1 minute and 30 seconds. This was by far the best thing ever. Okay, we see Jeremy zooming around faster than anybody so far. But instead of winning the competition, he paused his car, reached over and kissed Jenn, and then finished the race. So obviously he was finishing last place. But Aaron got 1 minute and 23 seconds. Austin got 1 minute and 20 seconds, and that means Aaron won. He won the one-on-one. I mean, Austin won the one-on-one. Aaron won at the one-on-one, obviously, because he was trying to figure out where he was at and thought about maybe leaving. And then, of course, a little bit later, Aaron does get that one-on-one. He said he's getting his pilot license, but yet still hasn't told her about it. Like, my thing was this. He sits down to talk with Jenn and doesn't even bring up the pilot license. I think this was his approach to figure out if he was this far, like how far along he was with this relationship and where maybe Jenn's head was at. Because you're still talking about 15 people, 15 guys still being left. So if it's like the final 5 or final 3, I think maybe you approach it a little bit differently. But they talk about family and he sees potential with her. I also wonder, is he the guy that comes back? Because we do see that somebody does come back onto the show. She got her some Germany. I love the dynamic between the two of them. She thinks that he would treat her well. The kiss was kind of cut short, which was interesting. I don't know if like Jenn was just over kissing everybody. And then Hakeem and Jenn kind of share a moment about coming from broken homes. Austin said he's never been in love. She gives the date rose to Jeremy. Aaron said not getting the rose made him question whether or not he should be there. And then a little bit later, he breaks the news about being the flight or pilot thing with the Air Force. She said she wouldn't want it to be the source of resentment, which is such a grown-ass thing to do. He says they aren't ready and might not be for the right reasons. I'm sorry. Then he said he isn't going to name names about people that are on the show that are there for the wrong reasons. He said they aren't ready and might not be there for the right reasons. Jenn fires back and says, what are you talking about? I need name names. Like, this dude's a clown. Like, why are you going out like this? And then she said she just felt like this was such a disingenuous conversation. Exactly. Like, what was the purpose or the point of this entire thing? It kind of blew me away that this entire thing played out the way that it did. It bothered me. Like, and it did Jenn too. Like, what are you doing? Like, what's the genuine purpose of this situation? You're literally just doing nothing. And it made me so mad and so angry. I don't know. You're trying to go out with a bang per se. You know what I mean? Like, that's what it was. You're trying to drop the mic on the way out the door. But that being said, let's see here. That being said, where am I at in my notes? She comes out, storms out. All the guys kind of stand up. She's like, everybody sit down. And she lays down the law and says, if you're here, you want to be here for the right reasons. She breaks down that says that somebody said something and she wants to know who it was. And she said, if you're not here for the right reasons, go ahead and leave right now. It was a boss-ass move. I loved it so much. Of course, Sam M has something to say and again comes at Devin again, says, tell him to let's step outside. He said, no way. A woman like Jenn could love him and Devin. He talks to Jenn, says he looks at her and they look each other in a good way. Jenn mucks it up with him and likes him. I don't get it. I understand the sexual tension side of it. I understand that, but we're looking for love. We're not just looking for a little sex, a little sexy time. I don't know. Devin is up next. Devin and Jenn have a little sweet moment. It's rose time. She said if they'll accept their rose tonight, they hope they understand what the weight of this entire experiment is. So obviously, We know the people that got the roses this week were Spencer, Devin, Jeremy, Marcus, John, Jonathan, Austin, Grant, Sam M, Thomas N, Dylan, and Salmon all got roses this week, with meaning Thomas, Aaron, Hakeem all went home this week. Folks, what did you think of this crazy episode? Will the drama stop? Will Sam M ever stop talking about Devin? That's my question to you guys in the comments below. Will Sam M ever stop talking about Devin and focus more on Jenn? Thank you guys so much for listening to another episode. We'll talk to you guys next week.